I talked about anxiety. How have you managed this during quarantine? Because everybody's kind of managed it differently. I've been writing a lot. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. For me, you know, I've always dealt with anxiety, so going into lockdown, even hypochondriac, which is great for a pandemic when you're a hypochondriac, girl. And my old sort of techniques of like meditation and the barn's always amazing, but I was still having a lot of anxiety, if I'm being honest. And I started listening to music as sort of when I couldn't drop into meditation, I'd put on a record, started listening to music and just wanting to listen all the time. And I started thinking about sort of the relationship between anxiety, mental health, and creativity and how healing is creative and creativity is healing. And then that led into this new podcast endeavor about the power of music.
It's called Harmonics, right?
Yeah, it's called Harmonics. And
so what exactly happens on it?
so basically, I talked to like Glennon Doyle, who wrote Untamed.
I love.
Girl,
I'm a cheetah.
I'm a cheetah.
I'm a cheetah.
So she's the first episode, and you can listen. And she's incredible. And Brandy Carlisle, who you did that.
I love
that duet. You guys.
I've never been more vain. I've never listened to myself more.
You two have the best voices of all time, and putting them together. I've listened. By the way, I've played that video over and over again. I told Brandy,
I'm like a million of the views.
It's on repeat. But I wanted to ask people in the music industry, but also people like Glennon Doyle, women, how they handle this time, mental health, what's happening in the world, the division, in order to bring people together, promote love, and hopefully provide some sort of healing.
Yeah.
And selfishly, I get to ask people like you all the questions I want to know about. What do you do for your mental health on a day when you don't want to get out of bed?
This is an awesome podcast.
I would love to have you on.
I would love to come. You know, you should have too. Another a Glennon Doyle type of figure is Brene Brown.
Oh.
I love her.
Her podcast is amazing.
Yes,
as well.
her TED Talks. Yeah,
her TED Talks too. Everything. Yeah, I would love. I have a dream list. This is season 1. I have like my dream list. But
it's a really smart,
you know music and the power of healing.
Yeah.
I mean, and writing. Have you been writing music or poetry?
I literally don't know how anybody goes through anything horrible or big in their life without having an outlet like I have with writing.
Yeah.
Like even if it doesn't. I was talking to Gwen the other day on The Voice, and I was like, we're both writing right now for our next albums, and it's like, even if no one hears it, it's so therapeutic. It's so good for you. That's your outlet.
And it's almost like, you know, whether you're religious or not, or spiritual, whatever you believe, there's something about that you're giving that gift of your writing, even if nobody ever sees it.
And it's a little like Marie Kondo too. You're letting it go. Like, thank you for the experience. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. And I'm terrified for this podcast because I'm usually like the girl twerking upside down on television and like falling down the stairs. That's me, and that's why everybody knows
There's room for all of it, Beth.
But I realized that, like, if I expect my guests to come on and not talk about, you know, not just the classic sort of interview questions, if I want them to get vulnerable and honest, then I had to. And so I've revealed some stuff and talked really deeply about my mental health, but then hearing like that other musicians that I admire have panic attacks before they go on stage or something. And to
oh my God, especially musicians.
Yes, to talk through it. Brandy and I talked about when she sang for Joni Mitchell and how, you know,
I just started sweating for her right now. Wow.
But if she can get through that, I can get through. You know, there's something about coming together and speaking about mental health openly, which for so long, especially as women, we're like, I can toughen up. You know, I'm going to take care of my family. I'm going to take care of everybody around me.
It's all in that book.
Untamed.
I know.
Cheetah.
I know.
So yeah, it's been amazingly healing, selfishly for me, but also I hope it helps other people.